The United States seems to be stuck in a rare state of chaos just a few months before the 2020 presidential election. US President Donald Trump undoubtedly has a lot on his plate. He's been under fire over his handling of the coronavirus crisis, which has taken a heavy toll on the economy and ushered in mass unemployment. Meanwhile, the situation in Portland, Oregon and other places where protests against police brutality and racial injustice persist has become another major challenge for the US president. Trump is taking a tough line on the protests as part of his law and order campaign. He is defiantly refusing to withdraw federal agents from Portland as demanded by local officials and is sending federal agents to more Democratic-run cities. He says he wants to contain a spike in violent crimes. The president is accusing Democratic mayors and governors of leniency in dealing with crime waves. But Trump's aggressive tactics seem to have exacerbated the situation. Portland has been the scene of fierce clashes between federal agents and protesters. On Wednesday night, federal officers used tear outside the federal courthouse. The mayor of Portland, Ted Wheeler, who had joined the protesters, was tear-gassed and left coughing. The Portland mayor condemned, quote, the urban warfare tactic of the federal forces. He warned that the heavy-handed tactics were making the protesters angrier. Local authorities are also infuriated by reports of plainclothes federal agents without badges arresting protesters and taking them away in unmarked vehicles. Many believe the president's approach is not about what these cities really need right now, but rather an election campaign initiative.
I think Trump's deployment of paramilitary forces in Portland and other cities across the country is definitely a tactic that he's using to drum up support among his base. Let's remember that a lot of voters who voted for Donald Trump in the last election, a lot of them were former military, former police. The largest police union in the country recently endorsed Trump.